Hey y'all, Lexi with Helix Stitchcraft here. If you are new to my channel, I am a ADHD artist who is primarily obsessed with yarn and all things crochet. I utilize the space here on YouTube to document and just keep track of, remember the things that I'm working on, my creative processes, and the progress that I make on the projects that I set out to do. I am also the unschooling mother to two beautiful young women who just had their final dance concert yesterday. It was beautiful. They did a wonderful job, both of them. And I am also the wife to a fellow ADHD artist and musician. We may share occasionally some personal things from our life journey here as well. Sorry, squirrels and kitties. This is Billie Holiday. She's quite often in videos because once I start talking, she thinks I need her here. So today I'm coming at you with what will likely be my last yarn haul for a little while. Just because, quite frankly, the situation in my office is out of control. Most of the yarn I have are for what I've learned to call heavy creams. I learned this from Lori at Lori's Stories and Crochet. Heavy creams being when you have all the ingredients for the next project that you have not yet started whipping on. So, Cat, can you get out of here? Most of my yarn is heavy creams, but I probably bought whatever those ingredients were in excess, which means I have an abundance. I also have gone through a phase of buying many mystery bags, so not all of that stuff is heavy creams, but needs to be stored nicely as well. And then with Joann's going out of business, and you guys, okay, it's out of control right now, and so I need to buckle down and finish some projects and do some yarn management in here before I gather anything else. However, yesterday I received my Hirschner's package. I had ordered a particular yarn that I needed for the Decade Divas Challenge that I am participating in mid-October. The challenge goes from September through October. It is 1970s themed. And there was a particular yarn I needed for the project I want to do. So I ordered that, and with that I ordered more of the assorted self-striping mill-end cakes. If you have seen some of my other videos before, I have ordered these twice before. Both times I got 100% cotton, and come to find out they were the Cotton King Super Deluxe cakes that you can get from hobbii.com, HOBBII. I did get some of the sparkle ones, but they're the same Cotton Kings cakes. Anyway, this time I've already repacked them. Okay, there's just too much chaos. I needed to deal with some things in here. So I've repacked them because some of them matched. Okay, I got these two. And then these two. Absolutely beautiful. So again, these are self-striping cake assortment. These ones that I got are 55% acrylic, 45% cotton. There is approximately 225 grams per cake and 984 yards. Machine wash, dry flat. They claim this is a lightweight 3. I beg to differ, and I will show you in just a minute. I also got these two colors. My Tiny has claimed this one already. And then these two colors. Oh, this one's... It's oranges. I don't know how well you can see that because, like I said, I repacked them. I apologize. And then my oldest has claimed this one. Again, they claim this is a lightweight 3. I don't think so. That's maybe a 2. So, yeah, that's exciting. Again, these are listed as the self-striping cake assortment. They are $14.99 for a bag of 2 cakes. These ones that I got, these 55% acrylic and 45% cotton, these are definitely some of the yarn art cakes. They just don't have a band on them. And I will say this one is a little bit smaller. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a bit smaller. And that's the thing about millins. It might be a millin because it ended up a little bit smaller than it was supposed to be. They might end up being a bit bigger than they're supposed to be. There's a million reasons that they could end up in the millin bin, right? So anyway, there's those. And then with my girls' dance concert having been yesterday, my parents came down to visit and come to the concert with us and brought me the haul that they had gotten from their last Joann's visit. They got me some yarn. And also, I'm using them already, but there's the container with the handles, very nice. There are 3 to a set. I think this is the second biggest one. This is the smallest one, and there's one larger than this. It was a 3 set originally for $42.99, and my parents got that at the end of days at Joann's for, I think she said like $6.49 for the 3 set. So she got me 2 sets of those. And then they didn't have much of anything for yarn. They literally had a bunch of the Instant and like a few random skeins here and there. And then they had a crap ton black woolies thick and quick. These ended up totaling 2 something. I don't remember what she said the change was. If you don't know, let's see. This is a 6-ounce ball, 106 yards. This is a super bulky, it's 6 weight. They suggest 9mm for both crochet and knitting needles. And then that's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, machine washable and dryable, made in Turkey. This is the colorway black. I want a cardigan. I want, like, it would be basically my winter coat because I don't typically need a winter coat out here. But that's what I want. I want a chunky cardigan. And then my mother insisted on buying these for me. Very pretty colors. This one is called Nutmeg, I remember, and this one I think is, yeah, Canyon, which is perfect. They are the same otherwise, aside from the color. Excuse me. Ooh, got me. All right, sorry about that. Lion Brand 2 of Wands Color Theory All Season Yarn. Very interesting. This is a 3.5 ounce or 100 gram ball, 246 yards. They say it is a medium 4 weight. I don't think so. That is a light 3, maybe a fat 2. That is not a 4 weight. I'm not complaining. I love the tiny yarns, but that is not a 4 weight. 100% acrylic, machine washable, and dryable. They recommend a 5.5mm crochet hook or 4.5mm knitting needles. It's very soft. This color I think might pair nicely for like the rib border or whatever for a sweater out of my, I can't think of what it's called right now. It's the Big Twist Menagerie in the Summer Snake or something along those lines. I will show you guys eventually. I did not pull that out though. So there is my haul. Since the last time I spoke with you guys, As far as anything I can share that I'm working on, I can't share anything yet. Another day or two, I will be able to share 3 things minimally that will be FOs, finished objects. The riot robe hasn't changed. It hasn't grown at all yet. I haven't been working on it because I'm trying to complete these other things that I have to turn in. I guess I could show you. I don't know if I showed you that before. Out of the big twist menagerie in Rose Finch, very beautiful, I am designing myself a tank top. Coming along nicely the second time around. So the first time around, my join was working its way across the back, and I got about this far and realized what was happening at that point, and I went and ripped it back to about here and started all of this over again. So at this point, it does come down to about my belly button. I need several more inches, but it's almost a full tank top. Look at how pretty. I love this menagerie yarn so much. It's so beautiful. So there's that. I guess, shame on me, I did start something else with more menagerie. So the last time I tried to order anything from Joann's, it was this menagerie. This is the colorway Blue Parrotfish. And I managed to score on the second to last day of that store's going out of business sale. I scored 11 skeins of it. So now I am able to make the matching corner to corner blankets for my girls' bedroom. They have a bunk bed, and so I need two of these blankets for them. But they're going to have matching corner to corners. It's coming up very nicely. I love this yarn. It's very, very pretty. So I did start that. Oops. But that was because dance concert and rehearsals, I needed something that I can feel where I need to be stitching, and I don't have to look at all while I'm sitting there. And so I didn't have anything else on hand already started that I could work that way. So I started it because I knew what it was. It was a heavy cream. I knew what it was supposed to be. I just hadn't whipped it yet. So I began lightly whipping that. As far as the Jessica shawl, the wedding shawl, with my mother here yesterday. So the whole intent of this shawl was that I'm making her something new for her wedding / honeymoon. This is how far I've gotten so far. I am going to continue to try to get it done before the wedding day. I may just gift it on the wedding day. They are leaving for Hawaii the day after their wedding, I guess. So again, trying to give it to her by then. But with my mom here yesterday, she was telling me, so the plan was this was something new, okay? When you're getting married, what is it? How does it go? Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Okay. So I already had a purse, an antique purse that I had thrifted for myself for my wedding that I didn't end up using. So I was gifting this to Jessica, her something old, okay? And then I was going to give her something new. My mom already bought her a string of pearls as her something new. She told me this yesterday. So that relieves the pressure a tiny bit off of this. And unfortunately, I left it upstairs, but I can put in a picture right here. That is also the Jessica shawl pattern that I had made originally for myself. I got it about halfway done when I got more of those kinds of cakes, except the same color in sparkle. So I can remake myself a different shawl in the same color. I can do the same pattern if I want, but it's going to have sparkle. I'm going to just gift Jessica that Jessica shawl as her something blue. And what a perfect, beautiful, light, airy, cottony piece to tie around her waist or whatever in Hawaii. So yeah, a little bit of, if I don't get it done, then I don't get it done. I'm have another one to give to her already. So I'm feeling a little relief from that. And then let's see. I have a list up here of the things that are the priority, in what order they are the priority to get done. What else did I want to share? Oh yeah, I got something new. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but there's a knit one too, but there's a whole newspaper, Crochet Nation. Okay, this thing is awesome. I decided all you had to do is pay for shipping to get your first issue. So I went ahead and I paid for shipping to get my first issue. And I'm impressed. There is, let me flip through here and remember. There's a letter from the editor. There is a page right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 patterns that you can scan a QR code to get the pattern on just that first page. Then another pattern on the next page. There's some history, the mother of the hook, story, stitch of the month, and they tell you how to do it. There's another pattern. There's another pattern, another pattern. And then an article about how crochet changes your brain. And another pattern. And then there's games, y'all. There's a crochet word scramble. Another pattern, a stitch and spell game, a word ladder game. And then there is spring crochet forecast, what your star sign says about your stitching style. You get a horoscope. There's Dear Grandma Ange, which is kind of like Dear Abby, but crochet. There is a cartoon. Some other little articles about some other techniques and pieces. So on and so forth. And then, let's see, a crochet word search. Another story, Stitches of Deception. And then another pattern. And then there's a May the Yarn Be With You Mad Lib game. There's the Galactic Crochet Adventure for May 4th. Don't peek, grab a scrap of paper and write down your answers to the prompts below, then plug them into the story for a space-dyed yarn odyssey. Oh, I see. Okay. That was part of the... And then a crochet crossword. This is cool. So apparently it's typically $7 a month. I think that for that many patterns, I counted off at least 15 patterns for $7. That's roughly 50 cents a pattern. And then you get so much more on top of that with this thing. I am very excited to have found this. This is actually only this is issue 4. So this is new. This is new to the world of crochet, but how fun to get an actual newspaper. I'm really excited about this, and I thought I should share that with you guys. So I'm gonna link that website down below where you can order your own Crochet Nation or Knit Nation newspapers. I'm saying a lot in this video today, and I apologize for that, but I am gonna go get back out to my rock garden. I am going through some of the things that I have brought home throughout the winter season, deciding where these fossils in rocks' permanent homes are. So I'm going to get back to that. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I hope that you are excited for a new week to begin tomorrow. I do hope that you are able to honor yourself in all ways, always. And get out there and live your life, because it's all happening. I'm going to go live mine. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon.